Hello everyone, welcome to a new TicTacToe tutorial video in the TicTacToe tutorial series. So today we're hopefully going to finish the game. Maybe not, maybe yes, maybe not. I don't know if we're gonna need another tutorial, but yeah, I hope that we're gonna finish it in this video. So in this video, what we're gonna do is we've got to write these two methods for both the client and the server, and then we are done. So yeah, let's get started. The first thing that I want to do pretty quickly is here on this tree. I'm just going to rename this variable. So to rename it everywhere in the code, press Alt Shift R. And now you can just rename it, and I'm just going to rename it to nobody. Oh, oh my god. To nobody because we're going to be using it in different cases when we just want to say that nobody, neither of the players, so not only in fields but everywhere. So just to have better naming, that's why I named it like that. So now what we're going to do in our server is we're first going to start with writing the input receive method. So every single time we receive input like this, I'm just going to create a method called void update field, and this method is going to be called everywhere, not only from the server or something, but really, all the time. So what the update field is going to have is it's going to take the int x of the field and the int y of the field that it needs to update. And now what it needs to check is it needs to check if that field is free. So I'm going to use if fields x and y is game dot nobody, and if it is, then we need to update that field. And by the way, yeah, we need to just change it to protected. So change it to protected exactly like that. We will need it protected. Alright, so now that we've got that done, we just need to set that field. So if it is free, then we want to set it to the current player, and it's something that we don't yet have. So let's go to our game and create a new. I'm just gonna make it protected int current player. And one thing is this private window. We're also gonna need it protected later, so just make it protected immediately right now. So the current player is in the beginning going to be the player 1. So the current player is equals to game dot player 1. And another thing that we need is protected int this player. And for the client, that is going to be player 2, and for the server, it's going to be player 1. So you take int this player, and set this dot this player is equals to this player. Okay. So now we're just going to have to pass this in. So use super here, and this is going to be game dot player 2, and I'm just going to copy this line and put it in the server game. And that's it. So now, the reason why we opened this class was to write the my field method. So I'm just gonna make it a boolean. Private boolean is my turn. And what this is gonna check is it's gonna check if this player is equals to the current player. Then we're just gonna return true, and else just return false. And that is that method. So here we are gonna first, wait, we're actually not gonna have to use that there. Why did I write? Okay, we're actually gonna need that method later. Sorry guys, just I don't know why I just wrote it right now. I guess I just got confused. So now fields x and y is gonna be equals to the current player. So if the client is playing right now, then we're just gonna set it to the client, and if the server is playing, set it to the server, of course. Next thing that we need to do is we need to change the current player. So current player, if current player is game dot player 1, then when I set current player equal to game dot player 2, and else if current player is equals to game dot player 2, and we're just going to set the current player equal to game dot player 1. And that is done. So now we change which the current player is, who plays the next turn, and yeah, now we just need to send the the packet to the client that will tell it the current state of the game. So to do this, what we need to do is go to new class, and I'm just going to create it in the game.packets, and this class is going to be update packet. First thing that you must not forget to do is make sure that it implements serializable. Serializable doesn't bring you with any methods. It just marks that it just tells Java that you will allow to serialize this class. So you just have to make sure that all their packets extend. Implement serializable. Alright, so now the update packet needs to have the array fields. Okay, fields. So it needs to have the fields that you need to send, and it needs to have the next player. So I'm just going to take in the current player. So every single time we change the player, we want to send who is now playing to the server. And now we're just going to generate the rest of this class. So generate the constructor and the getters. Of course, except this. So yeah, there we go. And that's our update packet done. So now we just need to send that update packet every single time we update a field. And to do this, we just need to use connection dot send the packet, and we want to send the new update packet. The fields are fields, of course, and the current player is current player. And that's it. So now let me just see how long the video is. 6 minutes. All right. Now our client game, we just need to receive that. So packet received. When we receive a new packet, we want to first check if which packet it is. So if it's an instance of an update packet, and then all we want to do is we just want to update the let's just actually just cast it so that we can use it. And that's that. So okay, and now we're just gonna set fields equals to packet dot get fields, and the current player is packet dot get current player, and this is basically how we update the current game state. Now every single time, as I said, when the server receives some input, we're just gonna call the update field method. So update field as in the x and y, and actually here, wait, do we need to check if it's our turn? I'm not exactly sure. Yeah, we're gonna check it. So if it is my turn, then I want to update this field this way. And the last thing that we need to do here is just repaint our JFrame, JJ panel, sorry. So our game window needs to be repainted. Now the next thing that I'm going to do is in our main right here, we're just going to use the J option pane to see, we're just, yeah, you're going to see. So show input dialog, 1 for server, 2 for client. So here we're either going to run the server or the client based on the input. It's just like running 2 different apps, so you get what I do. And we just want to parse it to an integer, so use this, and there we go. So now we're just going to check if that choice is equals to 1, then we're going to make a server, of course. So, wait a minute, what is wrong? Oh, alright. And else, if choice is 2, then we may run a new client. And that is that done. So now we can just go and run the server and the client and just see if this is going to work. We're going to get a few exceptions when we're about to close them, but I'm just going to show you how to fix all that. And yeah, this problem, it keeps happening. I don't exactly know why, but basically what you need to do here is, for some reason, the J panel or game window does not appear in the window. So the way that I fix this is I just take this set visible method, I take it away, and I set it visible after I have added all the components. So here, go to your game, and here after I add the panel, then after that set visible. So window, that's set visible. I do not know why it happens, but yeah, that is the only solution that I found to it. So now we should have the J panel visible. Now we can play. So here's the X, and well, it does not update, so we are having some problems. Alright, let's just first fix the this exception. So the reason why this happens is because one of the sockets is closed, and it's waiting for packets to come, and it's closed. So we just need to. It's not really something bad. We just need to catch it. So yofi exception e, and there is another one that we need to catch that works the same way, and that is the socket exception. It's also going to happen when either server or the client is closed. I don't know which one exactly. And this thing that here in the close, I just found out that in the close, I don't know where my running is equals to false is, but I'm just gonna put it here. So running is equals to false. And now the next time that it tries to go into this while loop, it's gonna say, alright, running is false, and it's just gonna quit this. So, but wait, just let me drink a bit of water. So now it's just time to find out why that is happening. Why is our client not being updated? Right? Nope, not being updated. I don't know why. So yeah, I know why. After we receive the packet, when it actually is being updated, it's just that we are not repainting it. So again, we're going to repaint, and now we're going to have it updated. So run it. And there we go. So now we just need to let the client play too. The video is 12 minutes, good. So to make the client play, we're going to create a new packet, and the way this is going to work is it's going to be a client play packet. So our client is just going to send where it has pressed to the server, and then the server is just going to respond back by giving the new game state. So let's just say int x private int x int y, and implement serializable. Don't forget it, you're gonna get an exception. Now just generate the rest of the class again and generate the getters for this thing. There we go. Add this version ID. I don't know what exactly that does, but just add it, and that is done. So that's our client play packet, and that's going to be sent by the client every single time the client plays. So here the client plays, and the first thing that we need to check is if is my turn, and if it is, then we want to send a packet to the server that we have played. So to do this, you just send a new client play packet and pass in the x and y, and that's that basically. So every single time the client plays, just send it, and now the server is going to see what that packet does and use it. So here I'm going to say if object, wait, are we sending it? Yeah. Okay, so if object dot, sorry, if object is in an instance of, alright, client play packet, alright, there you go. So if it is, what we're going to do then is we're going to just cast it. So client play packet is equals to client play packet, and object, so just cast it. And how we're going to use it. So basically, to do this, all we're going to do is just call the object field method and pass packet, packet, I get x and get y, and there we go. So we've got our update field. Yeah, that's gonna do it. And the last thing that we need to do is use game window dot repaint, and let's test this out. So I think this should work. Actually, there's one problem that I expect, which I encountered while I was making this. So you're gonna see what happens. But yeah, we can play it. Oh wait, it's not being sent back. Yeah. The thing that happens here, the problem is inside of our connection class. So basically what happens is we're sending the mutable fields two-dimensional int array all the time, and we're sending the same object all the time. And the problem here is that there is some kind of an optimization with the output stream, and if you send the same object twice, then it will just assume that it is the same object. So to make sure that it doesn't happen, you need to, in the send packet, we need to reset the stream before sending, and I'm just going to disregard everything you've sent earlier, and it's just going to not have that optimization, which is good for us. And there we go. Let's just run it. Alright, and there we go. We can now play. Awesome. Now we just need to check for win, and I've got the code for checking the win already somewhere where I was just preparing, so I'm just gonna copy it seriously because I don't want to have to write that all the time, so I'm just gonna copy this method. I know it's bad, but I'm gonna explain to you what it does. It's just that I'm not gonna write it, so here's gonna be the check win method. So wait a minute. What this method does is it just goes to the player. So it first goes to player 1, and then it goes to player 2. You get it. It just checks for both the players. Then after it's checking for the columns first. So it goes for each byte, which means that it checks each row. It checks each row, and here it just counts how many how many fields that player possesses, and here it just checks if this field is possessed by that player, increase that player count. At the end of that, just check if the player count is equals to 3, and if yes, that means that a player possesses each field in that row, which means that a player has won. And here it goes the same, just switch X and Y, and here we're just checking all the columns instead of all the rows. The exact same thing. Then it's time to check for the diagonal, and here the way that I check for the diagonal is I just have coordinate, and this is coordinate, and coordinates it's 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, and 2, and 2. And that's the first diagonal, and the second diagonal comes right here. 2 minus that coordinate, and then that will just give us 2, 0, 1, 1, and 0, 2. I hope you get what this does. Copy the code, and here we're just return which player that is, because we are going through the player here. So we just return that player if that player has won, and if not, we just return nobody, which means that nobody has yet won. Every single time that we update a field, so every single time that we update a field, we wanna put int winner check win. Okay. So now we're just gonna make a new method in the game there, and it's just gonna be show winner method or something. Protected void show winner, and it's gonna take int winner. And use the option pane dot show message dialog parent component null, and the message is the player winner has won the game. I'll be back in a moment, just wait a bit. Alright, so now that we've got the winner shown, what we gotta do is just show that winner if it is not nobody. So if winner isn't game.nobody, then what we've gotta do is just show that winner. So show winner, and it's going to pop up on your screen. And the last thing, if it is nobody, so else, we just wanna go through all the fields. So we basically just want to go through all the fields and check if it might be a tie. So a is less than a is less than 3 and a plus plus, and now just copy this for b. Alright, so just basically going through the entire board and checking if it is all full. So I'm just gonna make an int empty count, and I mean nobody count, you whatever, and if fields a b is equals to game.nobody, then we increase the empty count. At the end of that, we check if empty is equals to 9. There are 9 fields, and well, yeah, initialize variable. Alright, and if it is 9, then it means that the game is tie. So then we're just gonna go to our game there where we show this. So we show message dialog, blah blah, and we just want to check first if winner is equals to game.nobody. Then we're just gonna do this, but just gonna print out tie, I guess. Okay, and else do this. What? Okay. And else do this. And that is our show winner class. Now we, oh wait, did we show the winner? Yeah. Here we not only show the winner, but we also need to send that packet. So I'm just gonna create a private void endgame, and that's just gonna happen here. So here I'm just gonna put this in the endgame, and here just call end game. If it's tie, we need to end the game, and of course takes end winner. And the last thing, alright, let's just put this in. And by the way, if it's tie, it's gonna return nobody. So if the game is over, one last thing that we need to do is create the game and packet, implement serializable, and it has the private and winner, and I'm just generating the constructor and the getter. Oops, select all, getter. Alright, generate this serial version ID and the game and packet done. So now we just gotta send it. To send it, we're just gonna use connection dot send packet new game and packet, and we're just gonna send the winner, of course. Now the client has just gotta receive it. So here we're gonna use else if object is an instance. Oh my god. Object is an instance of game and packet. We're just gonna get that game and packet. So game and packet is equals to game and packet object, and now we're just gonna show winner and show packet dot get winner. That should be it. Let's check it out. So we're on the server, we're on the client, and there we go. Now we're just gonna play. So this and this. Oh, here, and there we go. The player 1 has won the game, and it will pop up again to the client. As you can see, there's just a few things that we have to fix. So the first one is just add an additional space there, and the second thing is we want to repaint first. So in our server here, we want to repaint before. Okay, I'm just gonna move this repaint to the update field seriously before we send that so that it first repaints this, and now we're not gonna need it here. So now let's run this. Also, yeah, player 1 has won the game. It pops up to the server, it pops up to the client, and the game is over. Now you can, guys, just go and create different kinds of packets, like a play game packet, and you can do different things if you want. I'm not gonna make any more tutorials in this topic. I'm done here. So thanks for watching. I hope it was helpful. Subscribe for more new tutorials. I will probably make new tutorial series, so stay tuned, and I'll see you in the next video.